Welcome to the Don't Get Fooled show with Big Rhea and Ace. NFL Week 5. Let's go, Ace.
Bam. All right. Boys and girls, NFL Week 5. Cannot wait, Big Rhea. Do you know why I'm so freaking pumped?
No.
Well, we'll get into why I'm so pumped in a little bit, but let's get into the docket of games from last week.
Okay.
It was a really interesting week, a lot of headlines in NFL, a lot of big storylines and things like that. So let's just kind of get a recap. First, I think the first big thing was the Raiders. You kept saying like the Raiders from the day the line came out that the Raiders are going to cover all day long against the Denver, and boom, and they got their first win.
Yeah, I knew that. That was the Vegas special. Vegas came up hard on that. And I did as well.
That's what I like to hear. Yeah, that was a good game, though. Good game to watch.
Good game for sure.
But you were just so like, this is 100% guaranteed lock. And yeah, they came through. So the Raiders got their first win. Then there was an exciting Thursday night game.
Yeah.
The Bengals. And so everybody's talking about the whole Tua situation.
Yeah.
And first of all, you called the Bengals. You said that was an easy one. You're taking the Bengals. They covered. And then Tua got, the concussion and kind of looked funny. And now there's all this talk about he shouldn't have even been playing. Because
I agree 100%. He should not have been playing.
Because he got hurt the week before.
Yeah, and it's a short week.
And you know what? The problem is it's just, these teams, it's all about money and wins, right? And you understand that they're paying these huge salaries. They want to win. And they're not really thinking about the long-term health of these guys, and they're just trying to get them in there. And who can really say? I'm not a doctor. I'll admit that I'm not a doctor, not an MD, and so I don't know what the analysis was. And the report came out about Tua prior, and then they fired the independent doctor, I guess.
I was going to say they fired the doctor.
But I don't know. I mean, you can easily make an argument. Hindsight's always 20/20 of what should have been done or what shouldn't have. When someone gets injured, you always say, "Oh, he shouldn't have played." But if he didn't get injured, nobody's going to say crap, right? So I don't really know. I just don't know. But I think it's sad for Tua. This guy's finally having one of his best seasons to start off, and it didn't look good. But if this guy had any signs that he shouldn't have been playing, then he shouldn't have been playing. And there needs to be an investigation and look into the reports to see what they were saying. And Miami needs to get taxed for this crap.
Yeah, even if he was cleared, he shouldn't have played. As a coach GM, you have to say, hey, we're just going to sit you out.
Yeah, and you look at it, even if there's any possibility, hey, this guy shouldn't be playing, he shouldn't have been playing. And Miami has already had this few storylines going on since the Brian Flores firing and the tanking and all this other crap. Then the GM, the guy Ross and all this stuff, and they got docked a first-round pick.
Yeah.
That controversy. Now you got this. So Miami is just a complete crap show.
It was a big hit, too, though. He did get hit pretty good.
He got slammed to the ground, bro. It was a huge hit.
So I don't fully blame the doctor. That's just a big hit, too.
But we just don't know what the doctor said, right?
Yeah,
clearly we don't really know, and I think that's what everyone's trying to say is what did those reports say?
Yeah.
And did Miami just do some crap and try to force this guy or push him to play? And then he's just like, yeah, I want to play. So, the players, they always want to play.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's where these doctors and these higher-ups need to be able to say, hey, take some responsibility and look out for these players. You're not playing.
Yeah.
You want to play all day long? You're not playing. It's a little kid that's sick, and he wants to go out and play in the yard. You're sick. You're not playing. Sit in your room. Lay down, and that's it. End of story. And so somebody should have stepped in if that was the case. But like I said, we don't have all the information.
I think it's also about Tua and Joe Burrow in the same draft class playing against each other. So
that could be a storyline there, right? And it was a big game, right? It's a big game because, like you said, because of that reason, they're playing Joe Burrow, and so that you're right. There's probably a lot of things, and
undefeated then.
Yeah, they were one of the last few undefeated teams. So, look, just prayers to Tua. Hopefully, he gets better and he's back on the field soon. That's it. That's all I really got to say. But I don't know I don't know really what happened.
Yeah.
Then we got the 49ers on Monday Night Football. Just really, they puked on the Rams.
Yeah, the Rams just don't look like themselves. Obviously, it's a one-person wide receiver, and then Tyler Higbee. That's pretty much it. And then their defense looks awful too.
Their defense looked like crap. And, Debo Samuels, I think he's been trolling Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, real good.
And, he played well. So you have the right. When you step up and you let your game speak, and it did. And so he has the right to talk crap. Stafford threw some really bad passes too, man. You watch that game, like that guy threw some really bad passes. Like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, I think his elbow is still not 100%, and he's got no one else besides Cooper Kupp.
That's true, and Allen Robinson's definitely not showing up.
Yeah, he's a fluke.
And I don't think that this guy. Everyone's talking about Odell Beckham might come back at some point.
Even if he does, you can't count on it. Yeah. You need to count more on Van Jefferson coming back.
Yeah, Van Jefferson, and then I think they need to make a trade.
Yeah, they can.
I think they need to give up a pick and get somebody that's just not fitting in some system. Maybe go after the Jets receiver Denzel Mims.
Yeah.
That guy.
I think Robbie Anderson would be a cheap option.
Yeah, get some cheap option. Get somebody in there, right? Like there's clearly not enough offense. What about Cam Akers? He's not looking good either.
Yeah, he's not. Because every week they switch it up. Like Henderson outcarries Akers and Akers outcarries Henderson, so it's like a mixture.
And what do you think? Part of this is just Sean McVay, like, I got the Super Bowl and like I don't really give a crap anymore, or what?
It could be. I mean, he's not losing his job for the next 3 years minimum.
Definitely not. I agree.
Even if they miss the playoffs this year, he doesn't lose.
He's not losing his job.
He just won the Super Bowl.
No, he's not.
And they give him an extension with guaranteed money. So.
He's not losing his job. You're right. And so, but they look like crap.
Yeah,
they just look like crap. I mean, it's tough to watch.
The Bucs got their ass whooped.
They got handed on Sunday night.
Back-to-back losses.
Back-to-back losses, and he didn't look. They didn't. I mean, he had 385 yards, but they didn't look good. They weren't going to win that game at all. They had no chance. Mahomes looked good, but that was a big deal. You got Mahomes and Brady, and clearly Mahomes got the better of the matchup.
Yeah, everyone last week's excuse was Brady. He didn't have any receivers. He had everyone this week, so what's the excuse?
They're hurting, dude. They're missing Gronk, Antonio Brown. We'll get into Antonio Brown in a little bit, but they just don't have the same weapons. What's that guy, Gage?
Russell Gage.
He's your second best leading receiver. You're not winning a champion.
They have Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, bro.
Okay, but Godwin just came back, right?
Yeah,
but right now, like, Gage is your second leading receiver on the season.
Yeah.
You're not winning any. You're not gonna. Let me make this clear. You're not winning a Super Bowl or even contending for it if this guy Gage is your second best receiver. It's not happening. I know Godwin's back, right?
Yeah.
But you're not winning. It's kind of like I tell all the Laker fans, and we'll kind of go over NBA. Like, Laker fans out there, you guys are probably not winning anyways. But if Austin Reeves is your starting small forward, you might as well just pack in the season right now. That's it. For any of you Laker fans that think you're going to win or contend with Austin Reeves as a starter, just stop it. Forget about it. Throw in the season. That's it. It's done. It's absolutely done. But we're not going to get too much into basketball, but that was, I just had to throw that in there. It's just a damn Austin Reeves. But what else? Pittsburgh, they lost.
Yeah. Kenny Pickett's going to be there.
Pickett made his debut. Tennessee, they're starting to look decent at least, right?
Yeah.
Chargers, Eagles still undefeated.
Undefeated, yeah.
They won against the Jaguars, and I had the Jaguars plus 6.5 last week, and they lost by 8, and I still like that pick all day, all freaking day. Eagles didn't play well. Jags are 14-0, but then they had 5 turnovers after that.
Yeah.
I mean, they just gave that away. That was the lock sitting on the couch. You were already counting it. And these guys, 5 turnovers. So I like that pick still, so it doesn't matter. The Reed was right. There's 5 turnovers. I mean, just horrible.
Cowboys,
Cooper Rush. Well, let me ask you this. Now that you bring in the Cowboys talk and stuff is, the Cowboys won. And Cooper Rush, 3-0?
Yeah.
I mean, what's your real thought here? What do you think about the Cowboys and Cooper Rush?
They're doing great, and there's a chance he takes his job. And I don't really want to mention the reason why, but Jerry Jones, I'm pretty sure he likes Cooper Rush more than Dak. I don't want to
get into that. That's fair. But I mean, I think everybody's kind of overreacting with Cooper Rush. I'm not a big Dak fan. You already know that.
Yeah.
I've said that a long time ago. But Cooper Rush, like everyone's like, oh, he's going to get paid now. I mean, come on, stop it, guys. This guy's not been a legit NFL player for at any point in his career. He's just been on and off, practice team, backup, this, that. And now it's like, oh, he had a couple solid games and like everyone.
He will get paid though. Even if he
who's going to pay this guy for
someone
what?
will. Someone.
We'll see. You think so?
Yeah. Like, he's not like a crazy quarterback contract, but like maybe like 2 years, $20 million.
No way. Really? You think he's going to get $10 million a year?
I could see it.
I mean, I know quarterbacks get paid, but I don't know, man. I'm not.
Average quarterback's making like $45 million right now.
Yeah, that's true. So that's why. So maybe. I mean, I just don't see it. I don't see it. But Antonio Brown in the news for different reasons. It seems like, he's definitely feeling a little bit comfortable in some pools in Dubai.
Yeah.
And making sure the rest of the pool goers are, keeping their eye on him as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know. What's up with this guy, dude? It's just
I don't know. Everyone says it's CTE, but other players have had CTE too. I think he's been doing this since high school. Everyone just tries to give him the BOD, the benefit of the doubt. But he doesn't deserve any of the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
He deserves to get his ass beat.
He's just doing too much crap. And then I heard he posted a picture of like him hugging Brady's wife on Instagram or something.
Soon to be ex-wife.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what they said?
Yeah, no, there's news there.
Oh, that's the story.
He's going to get divorced.
Oh,
That's
really?
He put
that. Interesting. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Oh, wow. So
he's going to swoop in.
Oh, so that's why he posted. What was the comment or the caption?
I'm not sure.
Come get it or say hello to Poppy? I don't know. I mean, wow. I didn't know that. So that makes sense. Antonio Brown, a savage. Just a savage. Wow. I mean, wow. I don't know. That's interesting. That's interesting. I'm gonna have to. I didn't know that. That's what was. You're always up on this. I'm gonna have to go read up on that about the potential, potential relationship issue there. I'm curious to know that. But what else? Let's get into this weekend. We're gonna be in Las Vegas, Big Ree. It's gonna be a really good weekend. Cannot wait. We're gonna be in Vegas. We already put on the college video that. We'll be at the Venetian on Saturday from 4:30 for the 4:30 games. If anybody is in Vegas in town, you stop by Sportsbook, chop it up, watch some games together, cash some tickets. So can't wait for that. So FYI, if you want to meet up, we're down for that. So pumped about Vegas. Let's quickly get in. What are you most excited about, Big Ree?
Egg and I.
Egg and I for sure. That's always on top of the list. Egg and I. Can't wait for that. Are we doing a steakhouse for sure?
I think we should this time.
It's always a celebration. Like for me, like if you win, you can get a buffet and there's nothing better than chilling at a buffet for 2 hours and just going to town. But the steak is just like, that's a celebration food.
Yeah.
Just get a big steak. And I know you get like a 32-ounce or a Big Ree.
For sure.
So we're definitely, I think we'll celebrate on Saturday or even Sunday night. We're going to go to a steakhouse. We said we're going to hit up Pink Box Donuts.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Try to hit some spots off the strip as well. So we're going to be there all weekend, Big Ree.
Yeah, for sure.
There's going to be definitely got to hit up Carlo's Bakery. Cannot wait for that. I want to check out CJ's Italian custard.
Okay.
I've been seeing that on Instagram. That looks pretty interesting.
Okay.
So we might. I know you're a frozen custard kind of guy.
For sure.
So maybe we'll have to check that out. Anything else that we said we're gonna hit up a pizza spot?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a good weekend of food.
Yeah.
And football.
Yeah.
Cannot wait. There's some preseason basketball games going on
already.
So maybe we'll check out some of that. There's a big sports card show, collectible show going on, which you might have to check out. It's gonna be I cannot wait. Long weekend, Big Ree. So we're gonna be in Vegas. Hopefully we meet up with some viewers and always good. See, this is more of a meetup. I like it when we say we're gonna be there. Yeah. Like normally when we're in Vegas, someone spots us, and that's always like, crap, dude. Like if someone wants to say what's up to us, or they pissed about one pick that we didn't get right, and they want to talk crap to us. So you never know. But it's gonna be a juicy weekend. Cannot wait. Anything else you want to jump in?
No, that's pretty much it.
All right, so then I think let's just get straight into the docket of games. So without further ado, here we go, boys and girls. Aquí vamos, chicos y chicas. Let's go. Game 1, we got the Atlanta Falcons at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Buccaneers are a 9-point favorite here. Atlanta 2-2, coming off a 23-20 win versus Cleveland. They're currently on a 2-game winning streak. You know, all 4 of their games on the season have been decided by 4 points or under. So all close games. They got a nice running attack, but running back Cordell Patterson placed on the IR.
Right.
I know it's a big news in fantasy and a big news for this game. But they do have 2 running backs in place, Big Ree.
Yeah.
I think they can, fill in. They got Algier and Huntley, Caleb Huntley. And so Atlanta, they're 2-2. They're playing pretty good.
Yeah,
they got the quarterback, Marcus Mariota, starting QB. They got Kyle Pitts, Drake London. So they got some weapons. That's for sure. And then we got Tampa Bay, 2-2. They're coming off a 41-31 loss to Kansas City. They're on a 2-game losing streak, Big Ree. And honestly, they've not looked good all season. They lost the last 2 games. They beat Dallas in week 1, but
yeah.
I mean, who cares about Dallas? Nobody should be happy about a win versus Dallas. I mean, I say it every year, like, okay, who cares? And then, they did beat New Orleans, but they should have lost that game.
Yeah.
New Orleans had 5 turnovers and just Jameis had 3 interceptions in a row in the 4th quarter, and so I'm not impressed. They lost to both Green Bay and Kansas City at home. I mean, I give it to them. Those are both great quarterbacks they win against, but those are home losses. Leonard Fournette playing decent. He's playing okay. He's getting some receiving yards. He doesn't have a good yards per carry, but
Rashad White.
He played like crap last week, Fournette, but overall he's playing okay. I mean, he's not playing. I guess you can make an argument he's playing bad, but I think he's playing all right. I think they are missing Gronk and Antonio Brown.
Yeah, for
just
sure.
Less weapons out there,
I don't think
right?
Brady's missing Antonio Brown.
Big Ree coming with the jabs. And so, look, there's a lot going on with Brady, a lot going on with the franchise. They're not playing well. I think this is going to be a comeback week for them. I think they should get this win, but I just don't see them covering here. 9 points against Atlanta team that stays competitive. I think Tampa Bay wins this, but I don't see a 9-point cover here. I just don't like a 9-point cover here. So I'm taking Atlanta +9. Game 2, we got the Chicago Bears at the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings are a 7-point favorite here. Chicago 2-2. Did you know Chicago has 2 wins, Big Ree?
Yeah, I knew that.
Unbelievable.
Where my team's division is.
Yeah, unbelievable. They are 2-2. They're coming off a 20-12 loss to the New York Giants. They have 2 wins, but one of them is versus a 0-3-1 Texans team. And then they have a win versus the Niners, but that was a fluke win. That was a fluke win. There's no business for them to win that game. They had some lucky plays there. Justin Fields, the guy is playing horrible, playing like crap. There's no way to sugarcoat it, and I'm rooting for the guy and the kid, but look, 50% completion, 117 yards on average per game, 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He's playing like crap. They got a nice run game. Khalil Herbert, David Montgomery. So look, the run game is decent, but I mean, dude, Fields looking like crap.
He does, for sure.
And then we got Minnesota 3-1. They're coming off a 28-25 win versus New Orleans on a game winner in London. They're on a 2-game winning streak here. They did beat Green Bay, but they lost to the undefeated Eagles on the road. Right. That was a road loss to the undefeated Eagles, and Cousins threw 3 interceptions in that game. They beat a high-powered Detroit team, high-powered offense for Detroit. Their offense is looking good. They beat New Orleans, as stated earlier, in London. I think they're a better team that they're playing. I mean, they're 3-1, but I think they're a better team that they're playing right now. And so, look, Chicago, I mean, I can't jump on Chicago. They just look like complete crap. And I think that's going to be the favorite pick, is Chicago to cover, but I just don't like that. And so I'm rolling with Minnesota -7. Game 3, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Buffalo Bills. The Bills are a 14-point favorite here, Big Ree. 14 points. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's some big-time stuff. Vegas knows what they're doing.
14-point favorite. Let's start with Pittsburgh, 1-3. They're coming off a 24-20 loss to the Jets. 3-game losing streak for Pittsburgh. You know, they have a decent defense. Decent. I'm not even going to say good. Decent defense, but their offense is just struggling, and it's looking like crap. I mean, finally they benched quarterback Mitch Trubisky. I think they had to do it.
Yeah.
He just was not, no long plays, no real action, just throwing these small passes like the same crap he did in Chicago, and it didn't get it done.
For sure, yeah.
They put the first-round pick out of Pittsburgh, Kenny Pickett in.
Right, that's a smart move.
10 for 13, but 3 interceptions and a half.
Damn.
3 interceptions, Big Ree.
Yeah.
And, 3 interceptions against the Jets.
Yeah.
He did have a running touchdown, but, 3 interceptions. Najee Harris, guy looking like crap too, Big Ree.
Yeah, he is.
3.5 yards per carry, 1 touchdown on the season. I mean, he's looking like crap. And they're going up against a Buffalo defense who's ranked in the top 5 in a lot of categories, on the road against Buffalo, with a rookie quarterback making his starting debut. Oh man, it must be licking their chops against this.
Yeah.
And honestly, Buffalo's defense is ranked top 5, but they haven't been playing as good as I think they can be playing, and they're going to be licking their chops for this game. Then we got Buffalo, who's 2-2. They're coming off a 23-20 win versus Baltimore. They were down 20-3, and they came back and won this game. Impressive comeback win for Buffalo. Their only loss on the season is to Miami.
Right.
3 of their first 4 games were on the road, Big Ree. So, they're still winning, and they have a lot of road games. And they have not given up more than 21 points all season. And that's playing 3 road games. And it's not like they've played some doozy opponents. They played Tennessee, they played the Rams, they played Miami and Baltimore, right? So there's not too many doozy 0-4 teams, 1-3 teams. And Josh Allen, he's playing good. 10 touchdowns on the season, and I've been getting a lot of slack in the comments about, Ace, you're not admitting that Josh Allen is elite. Admit it. Look, Josh Allen is a good quarterback. He's a really good quarterback, but he's not elite just yet. Just stop this. I know you guys want something to say, but when he give him 1 more year, like he's had 2 good years, right? 2 improved years, and he's looking to trend this way, and then we can say the guy's elite, but he's not there yet. And everybody is really pissed that I'm not admitting it. But look, you want to count the three playoff wins as an elite quarterback? 3 playoff wins, and you want to say he's an elite quarterback? I mean, stop it, guys. Get out of here. 2.33 to 1 touchdown to interception ratio? I mean, get out of here. Come on, get out of here. It's absolutely ridiculous. So, look, I don't want to get into it even more, but, stop it. Let's see how this season goes, and then we can make an argument if he's an elite quarterback or not. But look, they're playing good, and they're going to have a lot of people are going to take Pittsburgh just because it's plus 14 and there's some hope with the new rookie QB. But I like Buffalo to just dominate this game. And I really like this minus 14. And so I'm all over the minus 14 here. I'm taking Buffalo minus 14 lock of the week. All right, Big Ree, let's go.
The first game I got is the Chargers at the Browns. The current spread is Chargers minus 3. Chargers coming off a 34-24 win versus the Texans on the road. The Browns 1-3 coming off a 23-20 loss to the Falcons. Chargers win versus the Texans was not as impressive as it seems. They were blowing them out 27-7. Texans came back. They almost came back and won. And Austin Eckler had a late touchdown to put it away. Browns loss isn't as bad as everyone looks. They were up 13-10 at one point, and they only lost 23-20. Jacoby Brissett isn't good, but their run game is really good. The Browns' defense is really good this year, and Jadeveon Clowney is questionable. The Chargers are just banged up all around. Joey Bosa is done. Rashawn Slater's out. Keenan Allen is questionable. This is the one where I want to say don't get fooled. I love the Browns here. I'm taking the Browns +3. I recommend you take it as well. The next game I got is the Eagles at the Cardinals. The Eagles are a 5.5-point favorite. Eagles 4-0, coming off a 29-21 win, as Ace mentioned. They were down 14-0, as you mentioned as well. Cards coming off a 26-16 win versus the Panthers. Nothing impressive there. All signs here point to take the Eagles, but that's not the way to go. I think Vegas is asking you to take the Eagles here. And Jalen Hurts didn't play that well last week. I looked at his stats: 204 passing yards, 1 rushing touchdown, 1 interception, 72.8 passer rating. Yeah, it was Miles Sanders all around, 134 yards.
Miles Sanders, look good.
Rush yards, 2 touchdowns. This is a don't get fooled, a Vegas special. I'm taking the Cardinals +5.5 and to win straight out.
Straight out.
+200.
+200. I like it, Big Ree.
The last game I got is the Bengals at the Ravens. Sunday Night Football. The current spread is Ravens -3. Bengals coming off a 27-15 win, as Ace mentioned, versus the Dolphins. Teddy B played solid in that game. Ravens coming off a terrible loss to the Bills. As Ace mentioned, they had the lead. They blew that game. This one, the Ravens defense is terrible, and the Bengals O-line is terrible, which equals out. But the Bengals last week, they should have put the game away a lot earlier. It came down to a lot closer than it should have. I had some on that game, but I was sweating it out. And then this just should not have been that close. And I think the Ravens need to win. Lamar is hungry. I don't see them losing 3 times in a row. I think this is a must-win for them. So I'm rolling with the Ravens -3.
Bam.
And before we log off, I am giving a bonus pick with the Patriots -3 as well.
Patriots -3.
Versus the Lions in Foxborough.
Okay, so you got a bonus pick, Big Ree. All right, anything else you want to drop before we sign off?
That's it.
All right, boys and girls.
Peace out.